If our car penetration target is to get to the level of China, which is now 170 cars per 1,000 people, it will take us 140 years to get there, believes R.C. Bhargava, chairman of Maruti Suzuki India. Speaking at an event in New Delhi on Monday, the Maruti Suzuki chairman complained that India's automobile industry cannot grow with 50% taxation, indicating the vast difference between car penetration in India and China. Bhargava pointed out that India has substantially higher car taxes when compared to the wealthy nations of Europe and Japan, where the per capita income is significantly higher.
Discussion about car penetration per capita is not new. And there is always a higher goal to aim for. So car penetration growth is function of two things. One is economy's ability to absorb it, i.e., the incomes being in that level, and the second is infrastructure's ability to absorb it. India has seen improvement on both fronts. The economic capacity has been going up. Also, the infrastructure is improving quite significantly. But we have seen that most of the growth centers, which are urban centers, are saturated.
However, a greater automobile penetration is easier said than done. India's urban planning and transport infrastructure needs major upgrades, Bhatia points out.
Before even the cars and the mobility comes in, the urban and city planning has to take root, because we have grown in a lopsided manner where few cities have huge population and the other centers have not evolved economically, which means they are unable to provide meaningful jobs to people so that people can migrate to those situations, right? So we are packing too much in too few cities. So primarily the goal should be maybe personal transportation should be minimum and public transportation should take care of everything because it's more efficient for any society. I think if the city planning is addressed well, public transportation is addressed well, the car population will also grow.
China, with whom Bhargava drew a comparison of India's car penetration, has presently surpassed the US to become the world's largest in terms of vehicle sales. As on December 2018, China has over 200 million private passenger cars on its roads. But the rising volume of personal vehicles has also introduced a series of other problems: energy consumption, air pollution, traffic congestion, and more. Some Tier 1 cities like Beijing and Shanghai have already taken policy decisions to restrict motor vehicle purchases to contain the surge of local private cars. A country like India, where traffic congestion and air pollution is a reality in all metropolises, might quickly reach a saturation stage similar to China, even if automobile production is increased by a fraction. Puneet Gupta, director of S&P Mobility, explains.
We should not see these numbers in isolation. If you see car penetration of Mumbai, that may be roughly around 350 per thousand. So if you see car penetration levels in cities like Delhi, that may be over 200. Out of the world 100 polluted cities, India has 40. If you see top 10 polluted cities in Asia, India has 8. If we see the world most populated city is Delhi. So I don't know if we really want so many of cars on the road, when we really can't even breathe the air. So I think in a country like India, we need not go behind Western markets, or we did not go behind China, but I think we really need to see that how shared mobility, can address the need of particular category of consumer.
Gupta believes that the government should focus on incentivizing cleaner and more efficient cars rather than a wholesale reduction of automobile taxes.
So cutting the taxes may not be a perfect solution. So maybe a lot of car manufacturers may not like this, but like this statement. But at the end of the day, what is really important is that where the government really need to support the transportation industry or the mobility industry is in terms of providing, incentives or support. For example, electric vehicle is one area. This will make our cities little livable. So obviously, when you really need to make 1.2 billion people mobile, you can't do it with cars, or even you can't do it with two-wheelers, right? So you really need public transportation. Maybe, electric buses is a great solution, to this alternative. Maybe metros, is a great solution to it.
Tax realization on personal vehicles may incentivize car penetration in India. But before that, governments at municipal, state, and the center should ensure that India has the infrastructure to accommodate the added volume of traffic. Instead, incentivizing cleaner alternatives and efficient public transport seem to be the order of the day.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.